Hello students, welcome back. Let us begin a new day by asking the blessing from the Almighty. So today we will continue lecture 3 from chapter 10, the organs of government. The organs of government, third lecture. And today we will discuss about the legislature at the state level. And the state level mainly Legislative Assembly is there, then Legislative Council is there, then we will discuss about the classification of qualification of member of the state Legislative Assembly and the time period. Then what about the executive committee or executive members? Then we will discuss about the president and his qualification, the functions and power. And also we will discuss about the powers and qualification about the Vice President of India and also the Prime Minister. We will see the qualification and power of Prime Minister. So that's all we are going to discuss in this. So legislature at the state level we can see two things. One is Legislative Assembly and Legislative Council. And each state has a legislature and it is called the Legislative Assembly and it is a lower house. But there are certain states, they have Legislative Council also. Big states like Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, etc. have two houses. Their Legislative Council is the upper house and Legislative Assembly is the lower house. But so far, our government, Gujarat state, does not have a legislative council. We have only legislative assembly. And what is the qualification of a legislature, member of legislative assembly, MLA? A person who is a citizen of India and is of 25 years and more are not in a state of unsound mind and insolvent or criminal background can contest the elections of a legislative assembly. Time period, the legislative assembly is not a permanent house. Its time period is 5 years. And what is executive? The most efficient, effective and central organ of the government is executive committee. Page number 78, chapter 10, page number 78. And political executive comprising of administration of prime minister, cabinet ministers, president, vice president, bureaucrats. And this executive implements the laws framed by the legislature and administrative to work out. The executives, their duty, there are IAS officers are there, IPS officers, and these secretaries are there, secretaries to each department. Their duty to implement the certain laws that is taken by the legislature. And the legislators are gathering together, they are forming some laws and regulations, bills and all things. But this executives, their duty to implement all things. Then President is the constitutional head of India. All executive powers of federal government is given to the President of the Constitution. All the administration of the central government is carried out the name of President. He is the head of the nation and first citizen of the Republic of India. So President is the constitutional head of the nation and also the first citizen of the country. And his qualification, the President candidate should not, citizen of India should be 35 years of age. A legislative assembly may 25 years the limit, but if you want to conduct a president election, it should be 35 years, and the condition term for the president is elected for a term of 5 years. Then functions, he appoints the leader of party who has gained the majority general election of the prime minister. Then with the constitution of prime minister, he appoints the other ministers of the cabinet, administer oath and distribute and all things. And appoints the judges of the Supreme Courts and High Courts, governors, state attorney general, controller and auditor general, etc. And he has great power. He is the supreme commander of the armed forces. Also, he is electing the Prime Minister of India and electing the leader from the those parties having the majority in the Lok Sabha and the leader of that party is electing for the post of the Prime Minister. And also, now just the Vice President. In the absence of President, the Vice President performs the functions of the President. The Vice President election is carried out by the members of the both House of the Parliament. The Vice President election is carried out by the both houses, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. The term of the Vice President is 5 years. The Vice President term as they just same as the President, it is for 5 years. Then Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the real head of the central government. And President is the head of the constitution and first citizen, but the Prime Minister is the real head of the central government, and the Prime Minister is the head of party who has achieved the majority in the general election. Lok Sabha में जो majority इस party को मिल रहा है उनका leader है जो Prime Minister बनेगा. The ministers to the cabinet are appointed as per the council of the Prime Minister. He distributes the portfolios. The council of ministers are selected by the Prime Minister and their portfolios, their subjects and their portfolios are allotted by the Prime Minister. Any minister can take and left continue the cabinet decided by Prime Minister. The ministers are individually responsible for the ministries and the ministries allotted to the each ministry is allotted to the particular department, and they are the responsible for their ministries. If the Lok Sabha is reject the policy, the government of particular issue, it is not only the responsible minister that for subject, but whole council of ministers must be accepted for the responsibility and resign. And the term for this Prime Minister and his ministers is also for the 5 years, so they can rule according to their majority. If they are losing their majority, and of course they have to resign from the post. Okay, so I think today is enough, and we'll continue with the let's just in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye.